Kwaito Legend Kabelo Mabalane, together with his partner Peteni Khuzwayo, embarked on a 16-day challenge of running from Jozi to Durban in an effort to combat child hunger. The funds will help provide daily meals to 10,000 children for a year. Kabelo joins us now this morning to share more on the hashtag Hope with Every Step campaign. Kabelo, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Geez, man, Jozi to Durban. Firstly, how are you feeling this morning?
Well, I mean, you're catching me on the other side of it because we finished on Wednesday. But due to the proper, consistent recovery protocols we put into place to be able to recover and turn it around and run the next day, I'm feeling okay.
I mean, how did you prepare mentally and physically prior to the run?
So, there's a book I read once by Simon Sinek. He says, start with the why. And I really believe when your why, the reason why you're doing something is built on a solid foundation and is based on a cause bigger than yourself, sustainability is inevitable. So our why was, fighting child hunger, alleviating, this pain point that so many millions of South Africans experience every single day. I mean, the stats are out. 14 million South Africans go to bed hungry every night. And another vulnerable group in that 14 million is that age group between 1 and 7 at ECD level. And I have children. I have two children, one 5 years old, one 2 years old. And I understand all too well the importance of children getting the right nutrition from in those first 1,000 days, and so that they can hit their developmental milestones. So that was our why. And that's what helped me, prepare mentally. And every time we went back to the why, that's what kind of spurred us on through the mission.
I mean, you are one person who's exceptionally passionate about giving back. So why was this challenge one you definitely had to embark on?
Look, I think the idea, the concept was birthed in the middle of lockdown level 5.
Yeah.
You know as much as I do that every single day around that time, we were bombarded with stats, of people dying every day. Mm-hmm. Stats of people being affected and infected, by the virus. And then the hunger issue started to even become more prominent because the food chain was disturbed, and kind of just sitting there and, being overwhelmed by all these numbers, to me, just didn't feel right. To adopt a sit and wait strategy was something that myself and Peteni were never, ever going to do. Mm-hmm. So, we had to get involved. I've been getting stuck in for almost 10, 15 years now and doing community work, something that I'm passionate about because I believe to whom much is being given, much is required.
And how much did you manage to raise?
We're sitting at just over 3 million. Our target was 6 million. That we've definitely taken off 5,000 children off the plate for a year. I'm still confident that we will reach the 4 million mark because it's as if people were waiting to see if we could get to Durban before they carry on donating. But the donations are coming in. Our website is still functional, in terms of being able to receive donations. And that website is hopewitheverystep.com. You can kindly go onto there, donate as an individual from as little as 100 Rand, or as a corporate, you can buy a package from 5,000 Rand all the way up to 250,000 Rand. And I'd just like to give a shout out to some corporates who've come through for us, like Kellogg's, ShopRite, Ferguson Films, Hollywood Bets, Old Mutual, of course, who got us out the starting blocks with the 1.1 million, which was 1,000 Rand to Peteni and I for every single kilometer we ran. I'd like to give a shout out to Isuzu, who really helped us with the logistics on the road. You know, media partners like Newsroom Africa, Kaya FM, Kakasi FM. And just thank you to everybody who donated, because this is not the Kabelo and Peteni show. You know, this is all of us. All of us took these 5,000 children off the plate. We played our part and you played your part too. And thank you very much.
You know, Kabelo, every runner can actually relate that, you know, every journey of this of this sort or of this magnitude requires a great deal of, you know, great running shoes. Just how important is it for you to have good running shoes?
Yeah, great running shoes is like a, you know, great set of tires on a car. You know, you can't be going into off-road terrain using, you know, road tires. So, you know, I was in the best pair of running shoes, to be really honest with you. I ran in Hoka's, very kind of burgeoning new brand that's really going to take over the, you know, the running scene. And it took care of me all the way from, you know, Joburg to Durban. I have no injuries. Obviously, there's the wear and tear from the mileage. But yeah, I ran in a really good shoe, and you're 100% right. A good shoe, you know, determines whether you are able to have a splendid run or a one that you want to soon forget.
Awesome stuff, man. Now, throughout this whole journey, you've been updating people on your social media. But what was really happening in your head?
You know, social media, I must say, my wife, you know, gets on my case about how I don't post as much as I should. So to be really honest with you, I was very mission focused. I was all about getting to Durban. And before getting to Durban, obviously, we ran 14 times 35 Ks a day. So it was all about, you know, going through the recovery protocols every single day, getting in enough nutrition and making sure that we get enough sleep and showing up at the start the first day. That was kind of what occupied my mind. But then I also understood that, you know, for our mission to be more successful, I've got to prime my mind to be able to update people on social media, do many interviews like the one I'm doing now whilst we were en route. So, you know, to answer your question, you know, I was very focused on the mission at hand. I mean, it was quite scary. There were times when I thought we wouldn't be able to do it. I think the only time I believed that we could do it was when I saw that arch over Moses Mabhida Stadium.
All right, Kabelo, great chatting to you, man. And it really is gratifying and encouraging seeing individuals like you pushing the envelope to make a difference in the lives of those who are unfortunate, and not only waiting for the government to do that. We do appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
We just spoke to Kwaito Legend Kabelo Mabalane on his initiative to raise funds to provide daily meals for children